So I've traveled a little far from home today in search of some cool targets. But I just got this. A baby rough green snake actually flipped under that log. This is the first rough green snake that I've ever flipped, which is so crazy to me. That's pretty cool. First snake on the day. All right, gonna set this rough green back under his log. Keep flipping. Wow, this is kind of crazy. There's a lifer frog right here for me. It's gonna focus. That's a little grass frog. That's so cool. Here's the little grass frog. And right here is an oak toad, which is also a lifer for me. 2 lifers back to back of amphibian variety. That is so cool. Well, this is absolutely crazy. Under this log, we just flipped one of my top targets for this area. Might not look like much, but this is a lifer for me, a pine woods litter snake. Look at that face. They look nothing like any other fossorial from this area. That is so cool, and this is a pretty big one too. Wow. Oh my gosh, this snake is so cool. We're just posing it here for pictures, and the cloud cover rolled in, so we're probably gonna start cruising soon, but that is a trip made, easily. All right, time to release this beautiful pinewoods litter snake back under its log. Wow. Well, this is the only thing we've cruised so far. A sole green anole in the road. So we'll probably get back to flipping again soon. All right, we just found what I think is a coastal plain cooter that was about to nest in the road, but I'll try to move her out of the road. Let me just make sure. Yep, that's a coastal plain cooter. Covered in mosquitoes. I'll move her off. Yeah, the day's winding down now, but we're gonna flip that log. And found an oak toad, and this is a really dark one with a really bold pale stripe. What a cute little frog. Well, it's night now, and we cruised a snake. Somehow it's like 70 degrees, but there's a red-bellied snake on the road. Wow, that is really cool. Very chilly snake. I'm just glad to be seeing a snake on the road. All right, we're gonna release it. Apparently snakes are moving, so we'll give it a little more effort before I have to head home. All right, this is probably gonna be the last find of the night. But here's a really gorgeous looking banded water snake. It's almost red. The belly is really cool too, fully red. Looks like it's got some meals in it or something, so I won't stress it out too much, but that is really cool. Great way to end out a great trip. All right, we're in the sandhills again today, and we just cruised to Cotton. It's like 90 degrees right now, and he's just on the pavement. But we will get you out of the road. Great start to the trip. Seems like it's just getting out on its own. That works. We'll keep cruising. Oh. Right under one of these rocks, I just flipped a race runner. That's pretty cool. It's not often you get these guys in hand. Finally got a snake tonight. There's a banded water snake. It just got off the road. We'll move it to the other side. Really pretty one. He was like striking at me. We'll move him across. All right, we'll just release him here into this random Longleaf area. There's no water around, but he'll just do his thing. All right, we just found this huge green tree frog. I'm gonna move it across the road. But earlier we saw some upsetting DORs that could have been my target barking tree frog, so we'll keep looking for that. We came to this little puddle because cruising was slow. There's a Cope's gray tree frog out on the crawl. Okay, well, a bunch of cars just passed by, but we finally got it. A barking tree frog, our lifer. That is so cool. This one is really cool looking with those yellow spots. Really rough appearance. A pretty large frog. That's so awesome. I just can't get over how massive this frog is. Almost feels like a species from like Southeast Asia or something. Like a flying frog. They're huge. Oh my gosh. Maybe my new favorite tree frog, who knows. Well, we put some water on the barking tree frog and it decided to release itself somewhere way back there. That's a cool start to the trip. We'll see what we can get in the next few days. Well, that's pretty cool. Last minute find for the night, but there's a spadefoot out on the crawl in the road. Doing some early morning flipping today. We just got a racer, a really nice high black one. Pretty cool to start off the day. At least we're getting snakes. We just found this rat snake crossing a busy highway. We stopped for it, and then a car came behind us and kind of ran it over in the midsection. There's some scales loose and potentially some broken ribs, but the snake might make it. It seems pretty alert. And as long as the back half isn't paralyzed, I think it should be fine, but we're gonna move it out of the road and hope for the best. We'll just set it over here. Looks like it's regaining some movement there, so hopefully it'll be fine. Well, as you can see, it is nighttime now. We got skunked pretty much the entire day, but I found something that makes the trip worth it. That right there is a southeastern crown snake, Tantilla coronata, my lifer. Road cruised after a brief rain here in the sandhills. That is crazy. Wow. Okay, well, I just got the snake in hand, and here's something I really wasn't expecting. They have a completely white belly. All the Tantilla I've seen in Texas have like a salmony colored belly, both the gracilis and Hobart Smithii. I guess coronata, it's a lot different from those. Still so cool though. That little crown on the neck. This is actually insane. I spent so much time flipping logs and stuff today. That's what all this black stuff in my nails is. And then we just end up road cruising one. That is so crazy. I'll get some more pictures of this guy and then release him soon. But that makes the trip for me. Okay, probably one other snake could be better than this tonight. But I'll just release him to his leaf litter. Watch it disappear. All right, we got another cool find for the night. There's a baby timber rattlesnake. That is so cool. Oh my gosh. Single segment. Wow. Another night saver. All right, the snake is moving out of the road on its own. What an awesome find for tonight. I'll just leave it there and maybe keep on cruising a little bit since snakes are apparently out. So cool. Okay, well, we're about to head out from the sandhills, hit one last flip site. We got a racer. Not the coach we wanted, but we'll take it. All right, just gonna release the snake. And under those boards there, we just got a rat snake. First uninjured one of the trip. And this one's actually kind of stripy looking, kind of intricatey, but mostly Allegheniensis looking. That's really cool. There goes the rat snake. In this area, we just got a red-bellied snake, a really gorgeous one. It's like yellow on top and probably gravid, so we'll keep it brief, but that is really cool. Here goes the red-bellied back under its cover. Well, it looks like snakes are still under cover. We got a super in-shed, crusty-looking racer. That's really cool, though. We'll let him go soon. So I made my way back to the coastal plain, stopped at this spot here, and right there, there's another timber. We got one last night, and here's yet another one. That is so cool. It's just chilling right there, and we will leave it right there.